being and knowing not being separate
Mm.
seems a way of, yeah, you, when you're conceptualizing something, knowing that, yeah, it's not having this idea that it's completely separate from you and that
Hmm.
you're not completely separate from it. And you're not sort of making contact with it over a void with your intellect or something like that. We get into the Cartesian kind of, yeah, kind of alienation maybe. And yeah, I think you're touching on something that's important for our conceptualization, for our understanding. Yeah, I won't say conceptualization, for our standing under this and trying to take it in.
Yeah. Yeah, and I really like that trying to connect with it over a void. I feel like
Yeah, yeah,
that's if you want to define the meaning crisis in a few words, that might just be it. We're trying to connect with things over a void instead of being with them. And if we
yeah.
can figure out how to be with them, then meaning can be generated from that, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I agree. And I kind of get that idea from Vervaeke, and that makes so much sense to me from Vervaeke about Descartes. And that makes so much sense to me that that's why we, that leads to a lot of the scientists looking down on the flat earther, or, you know, your intellect uh, being separate from the body, just so many of our schisms in ourselves and our lives and our society. Yeah, because yeah, we're sort of we view things as being essentially separate, even though when we think about it, there's absurdity there because how are we understanding it at all if we're not making contact with it in some way? And then
Right.
yeah, there's that over the void, but it's like, yeah, there's something in that image that resonates with me too, of
Hmm.
how that's why that's some a lot of the reason we're so unhappy.
Yeah. Yeah. I think maybe